it's a self-reflective question I
Mm-hmm.
try to ask all my guests, and that
Okay.
is what life lesson has taken you the longest to learn?
Oh, I mean, this is a really, 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 really good one. And I think for me, it's definitely resilience. I think it took me the longest to learn because I think I was probably playing victim a bit when things were happening not according to my plan. I've lived in a lot of different countries. I was, you know, a new mother there. There was a point where when you move somewhere, you don't have any family, you don't have any friends, have a new identity. And it was really kind of understanding, like, why is this happening to me? I think as an expat, there's a very pretty picture painted of expats, and they do have that, of this, like, oh, we go and live in the sunshine and we have this stuff and we have things given to us and all this. We live this amazing life in a different country and experiences, and a lot of those things are true. And I've had experiences that I never thought I would have. I never thought I was going to live in all these countries. I'm from London. I thought I was just going to live in London, live there forever, and
Right.
have my job and have that kind of life, and that was it. And instead, I've lived in and worked in 4 different countries across the globe. So it has been absolutely awesome. But there have been times where it's been really difficult, getting used to a new culture, to new foods, to growing a family, to trying to find a job, to my identity, like, who am I? Where am I? What am I doing? And it took me a long time to kind of get used to that and learn how to deal with it and embrace it. And it's a lot of the things is what I've talked about already, right? These are my experiences, these experiences I've seen in my clients. This is what I teach my clients. I know things that work in myself and in others. And it was things like, resilience and kind of knowing that, life's full of ups and downs. And it's not always going to be like this, and enjoy it. And to also understand seeing the positive in it and not always looking at the negative and blowing up that positive and putting it all around. But also resilience, because you've got to have the grit. Like, life is tough. It really, really is. And I think having resilience is something that you can use in all aspects of your life. It's not just in your career where you've got to be resilient and keep going and keep learning and keep kind of building those relationships, which can be a bit scary at first, when you're first starting out in your career. But also in your workplace, at home, with family and friends, and going out there and making friends. So if you've lived somewhere your whole life and you go somewhere else you don't know anyone, you've really got to put yourself out there. It's quite vulnerable to make friends as an adult. To make friends as an adult is very different to make friends as a child, or to make friends when you're in university. So that was something which I've had to do 4 or 5 times. Sometimes when I'm like, oh God, here we go again. I've got to and it's resilience. Okay, and now I've got some awesome friends. So hopefully they're listening to this and they're like, but made those, but it wasn't easy. And a lot of things, and the old saying, like, all the good stuff doesn't come easy. So I think resilience and grit and looking into the positives has been something I've had to learn and keep learning, because sometimes you can get a bit lull. You can get a lull period. So I got my resilience, but then I got my job, I got my friends, so I just kind of lay back. And that's okay, right? And lay back and stuff. And then something else happens that props up. You got to get your resilience back on board, and you got to learn it again. And you're saying the longest thing to learn, but I think it's continuous learning. I don't think you'll ever stop learning a skill or anything like that. I think you keep building on it, and you kind of pivot it and change it a bit to your situations. The resilience I had, when I was younger, I've layered on it with my experience, and then I've adapted it to the country I've been in or the situation I'm going through. But I would urge people that resilience it's a great skill. It's a lot written about it as well, and we've touched a lot about it in this podcast, but that would be mine.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's so true, right? I mean, at the end of the day, all the challenges and failures doesn't change our goal. And
Mm-hmm.
so regardless of what happens, I mean the real focus should always be on the goal and what you can learn to
Yeah.
get there. So yeah, resilience is a good one.